What's that? Ah.
What we're doing right now.
Yeah. Hey, well, why not? I mean, that's what they're made for, right? That's exactly what they're made for. All right, guys, we're getting ready to start our light gun test. See you soon. They got some great deals over here, by the way.
If we were going to do that, we should have around better.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Don't ever play with guns.
All right, guys, here we are at Best Buy. We're testing out the AeLightun on the 85-inch TV. Everything seems to be going okay in some parts. It's not the TV, but it has to do with the tracking. And I'm not sure what's going on, but sometimes it disappears in the middle of the screen. So let's go ahead and I'm going to play around with this. It's not the TV at all. It has nothing to do with the size. I just don't know if it has to do with me. Here, let's just go ahead and play. I wonder if it has to do with all the interference here in the building. Because I know if you put the sensor on top of the computer, which I've had to move, sometimes the IR sensor bar doesn't work too well because of the metal. So it's definitely not a TV thing. I just have to figure out why the sensor is not responding as it should right now. There's a cursor there. Gotta find out what's up with the tracking. So here's the bar. I know it's a little uneven. I have my keys sitting on top of it. I know the TV is a little lower to the ground than normal. So let me see if I can angle it up just a little bit more and create a better depth of field perception. Let's see if that works.
Hey there, I'm Anna, a Bestbuy home expert. And I'm
All right, this time I have the sensor mounted on top of the TV. So let's see if it'll calibrate better this time. All right, right now I'm just gonna sit here and test a little bit of the tracking. I don't trust all these electronics around here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and try recalibrating again. All right, so for some apparent reason, it looks like the sensor is giving out somewhere around the middle of the TV, and I have no idea what's causing that. Obviously, I had no problems playing this on my 65-inch TV, but I can't explain it. It could be maybe the sensor bar is not wide enough. That shouldn't be the problem. It's definitely not the TV. Remember, we're just trying to create a spectrum, but you can see it's moving up and down pretty fine, but somewhere around the middle of the TV, it kind of disappears. So I may need other IR sensors, or it could be the other electronics around me interfering with the IR sensitivity. So what's going on so far is every time I'm using the AeLightun to drag the gun across the screen and also aim. Now I'm not just measuring just the cursor itself, I'm also looking at, the response time on the screen. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, it's skipping. So what I decided to do is go ahead and plug in the Sinden light gun to see what would happen. Unfortunately, this isn't the type of scenario I really wanted, primarily because when I did the 65-inch TV at my house, obviously the settings were concrete. You know, I could set up the sensor exactly where I wanted it. Here I've tried the sensor on top of the TV, I've tried it below it. Obviously I had to move it away from the computer because the metal casing and sometimes electrical interference can affect the IR sensor bar. None of that appears to work, and I can't understand as to why the AeLightun, or at least dragging it across the screen a little bit, maybe 2 or 3, I would probably say maybe about a foot or two from the left side of the TV, the connection or the visibility of the gun just gives away. I mean, it just disappears and then it picks up on the further left side of the screen. Now, even though this is an 85-inch TV, we're not talking about an entirely different, like 20 inches between 85 to between 65 to 85 inches. You're only looking at about maybe 5, maybe 6 inches in length because TVs are measured diagonally. But I was talking to one of the guys. He believes that it's actually the lights in the store that was causing a problem for the IR sensor gun. Unfortunately, this isn't the results that I wanted to get for you guys, so I had to rule this out as being inconclusive. And so it's unfortunate. I can't say it would work. I can't say whether it wouldn't. These aren't the settings that I'm typically accustomed to. There's other electronic devices in the store. We do have lights behind me that could positively, you know, affect it. But yeah, so I mean, you know, it was cool that the guys over at Best Buy, they let me come in and set this up. As you can see, the Sinden light gun actually works fine because the tracking is around the border. I would actually have to have an 85-inch TV inside my house or in some other type of conditions, because, or actually even also maybe use additional or different IR sensors. But I wanted to make sure all of my tests from the past few days that you guys have seen have been accurate, or at least measured in the same way, using the same sensor bar. I do have the other IR sensors, but I wasn't going to tape those to the TV. But I really don't like this level. I mean, nobody plays with their TV close to the floor like this. In fact, my other setups I have at home, that, I mean, they're up on a little higher tabletop. They're not this low, but it does present a situation for people that may be interested in this type of scenario. Maybe you have this kind of setup where your TV is that low, and maybe you are using an 85-inch TV. But it's really unfortunate. I can't explain it. I think it's the lights. I mean, it could be. I mean, who knows? But as far as anything 85 inches or bigger using a AeLightun, I honestly can't tell you. Maybe it's the sensor. I honestly don't know. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and review. I will catch you guys later. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll have more tutorials and other information, but I definitely wanted to help out the AeLightun community, because I know a lot of people don't have this gun. A lot of people don't have the 85-inch TV, and the people at Best Buy, you know, they're cool with me. They know I spent a lot of money in there, and so it was pretty fun hanging out with the managers. They were kind of busy. They wanted to play around too and join in, but they, you know, they had some other things to do. But the AeLightun is pretty good. You know, I mean, if you guys want to use it, I mean, obviously it's not going to be affected by the type of surfaces that would, you know, remain to be seen by, you know, other future light guns coming up, you know, in the future, as to how they respond on different surfaces and whatnot. But again, you know, in this particular case, you know, like the AeLightun, the Gun 4IR, you know, Wii Remote, you know, those are all IR based. So you're not shooting directly at the screen, you're shooting directly at the sensor. So only time will tell. Maybe there'll be some other reviews coming out, and other people do have bigger size TVs or 85 inches, but I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll catch you later. Peace out. Bye-bye. All right, so I got the AeLightun here in front of me, and so right now we're just trying to test tracking. And again, it's not a problem with the TV, but for whatever reason, I'll probably need a wide angle sensor bar. But even given that, remember, I'm just creating a spectrum of field around me, and I can't explain why the IR sensor bar is just disappearing right there in the middle of the screen, and then it pops up over there. So obviously playing on a 65-inch TV is fine, but it's probably like what, another few inches from left to right, because remember TVs are measured diagonally, they're not measured straight across. So it's not like it's an extra 20 inches to the left, 20 inches up diagonally, and then of course you got to factor in that border. But it shouldn't create a problem where it disappears halfway in the middle of the screen, because that's still within the depth of field of a 65-inch TV. So I'm really not familiar with the situation around me. I know there's a lot of electronics, and so let me see what is behind me. So who knows? I don't know if anything else is in here possibly blocking the infrared signal. I'd probably need something stronger. Even had it up on the TV, but for right now, again, we're not ruling out the fact that it's a TV, because it wouldn't work on a TV, because all it is just the sensor tracking. I am off the screen. I'm off the screen. So I have no idea where it is right now. It's probably still looking at the screen right now. There it is. Anyway, I can't even really explain this right now. It's locked on that position. So until further testing is done, can't really give you guys a conclusive answer. So that's about it for right now. Hope you enjoy.